So are you then, you're three different teams then? Yeah. And you are in a team and you're single team. And you're single team. Okay. So what's your kind of concept about?
My concept is about solar steel. I produce distilled water from using the solar heat. I purified water from polluted wastewater from industry.
You have learned to do this in a concise manner. That's good. Good. One sentence pitch.
Our plan is to conserve fresh water through rainwater treatment and rainwater harvesting in educational institutions.
In education?
Yes.
And why do you focus on that?
Because there has not been much work in this sector, and we need to increase awareness about water conservation among the people. So this will help a lot. And the prospect of this project is huge in Bangladesh. So we pick this.
Hi. Hi. Nice meeting you. Where are you from?
I'm from Joshua.
And you're also completely single, or do you have
Single.
Okay, there's many single
Yeah.
And what's your project?
My project is about incubating paving using rice.
Paving
Rice.
Wow. Okay. And how did you come up with that?
Since Bangladesh is one of the largest producers of rice, so I thought utilizing that.
Brilliant finalists, and their inspiring parents. This program is held to recognize the young talents who have made it to the final round of Bangladesh Stockholm Junior Water Prize 2023, and all the people who made it possible to organize this competition successfully. We also have Ms. Hasin Jahan, Country Director, Water League Bangladesh, as our guest of honor. And we are also honored to have Dr. Abdul Jabbar Khan, Pro Vice Chancellor of Bangladesh University of Engineering and Technology, as our guest of honor. We also have among us Professor Dr. Tanvir Ahmed, Director, IT and BUET, Dr. Mohidus Samad Khan, Associate Professor and Project Manager of STEX BUET, Naruka Martinez Beckstrom, First Secretary, Embassy of Sweden in Dhaka, Sajidul Pagal Haq, President, House of Volunteers Foundation, Bangladesh, and Jafrul Hassan Shobhun, Executive Director, House of Volunteers Foundation, Bangladesh. We have among us the winner and finalists and participants of Bangladesh Stockholm Junior Water Prize 2023 and the enthusiastic ambassadors of our Student Ambassador Program. And last but not the least, volunteers from House of Volunteers Foundation, Bangladesh. Let's have a big round of applause for everyone present here to celebrate the ceremony. House of Volunteers Foundation Bangladesh started its journey in 2007 with a view to designing low-cost, high-impact solutions to contribute in education, technological, and environmental development of Bangladesh. Open source computer education program was the very first program of HOV in 2008. HOV has conducted book drives and earthquake awareness programs in numerous schools and colleges from 2008 to 2014. Since 2015, House of Volunteers has been largely focused on water and sanitation, which prompted the initiation of Bangladesh Stockholm Junior Water Prize. Today, we are the proud organizers of 5 programs for the youth of Bangladesh on water, sanitation, and hygiene. Let's watch a brief video on HOV's water initiatives. House of Volunteers is eternally grateful to the partners and stakeholders for their constant support and cooperation, and we would like to take this opportunity to thank them again. We are thankful to Water Aid Bangladesh for supporting Bangladesh Stockholm Junior Water Prize from the very first season. Water Aid Bangladesh is also supporting us in our youth awareness and sanitation, menstrual hygiene awareness program for adolescents. We are grateful to ITN Buet and UNICEF for their strategic support in Bangladesh Stockholm Junior Water Prize. This year, ITN Buet has become formal partner of the program. The full initiative of our menstrual hygiene awareness program for adolescents was supported by UNICEF, and ITN Buet co-organized the program with HOB. We are thankful to STEX Foundation for their technical support in Bangladesh Stockholm Junior Water Prize, Youth Water Fellowship Program, and World Water Day Observance Program. We are also grateful to SNB Nestle Bangladesh Limited for supporting our water initiatives. We are also thankful to bdnews24.com and Daily Bonik Barta for supporting us as media partners for House of Volunteers Bangladesh's water initiatives. Let's have a huge round of applause for all our partners and supporters. Bangladesh Stockholm Junior Water Prize, SJWPBD, is a national water-related science competition that aims to find out young scientists who are willing to invent sustainable solutions to water-related problems. The national champions of Bangladesh participate in International Stockholm Junior Water Prize every year in Sweden. This is the 9th season of Bangladesh Stockholm Junior Water Prize. We initiated this season in September 2022. After about 8 months of intense competition and a series of exciting events, today we will announce the national champion of SJWPBD 2023. Let's watch some beautiful highlights of the journey in a video. Now I'd like to request our honorable guests to kindly join us on stage. May we please have on stage Dr. Shotto Prasad Mojumdar, Vice Chancellor of Bangladesh University of Engineering and Technology, Her Excellency Alexandra Berry-Bondinde, Ambassador, Embassy of Sweden in Dhaka, Ms. Hasin Jahan, Country Director, WaterAid Bangladesh, Dr. Abdul Jabbar Khan, Pro Vice Chancellor of Bangladesh University of Engineering and Technology, and Professor Dr. Tanvir Ahmed, Director, ITM Buet. Besides his role as a professor of the Civil Engineering Department of Buet. Now, I'd like to request Dr. Tanvir Ahmed sir to share a few words with us.
Chief guest, our Honorable Vice Chancellor sir, our guests of honor, Her Excellency the Ambassador, the Swedish Ambassador, our Honorable Pro Vice Chancellor and Country Director, WaterAid Bangladesh. Very good morning to you all, and I welcome you all to this Stockholm Junior Water Prize National Award Giving Competition. Today we declare the winner of the team who is going to represent Bangladesh in Sweden during the World Water Week. You probably have got an idea of what this Stockholm Junior Water Prize competition is all about. Just to give you, mention briefly, it's an international competition only for students who are aged 15 to 20 years. It's almost a 6 to 8 month long journey where they submit projects and which goes through rigorous screening and scrutiny, and finally through a jury panel and through mentoring, and finally the award winner from the national competition goes to represent Bangladesh during the World Water Week in Sweden. There they compete with all other countries, the national winners of all other countries, almost 30 plus countries participating in that event, and the finalist and all the finalists together. The champion gets his or her memento from the Princess Victoria, Her Royal Highness, who is the chief patron of this Stockholm Junior Water Prize competition. And the impact of this competition is, in my view, it's huge. Children gets exposure to all the leading water scientists during the World Water Week and the professionals. They do technical tours. It's a big experience in itself. And they get to see the impactful interventions because all the leading researchers and professionals usually attend the World Water Week, and they get to spend 1 week in their in Sweden, Stockholm, visiting various places and etc. In Bangladesh, we have been, the House of Volunteers is the national organizer for this competition, and we have been running this since 2015. This is the 9th installation, and as you probably already got some idea, this is not exactly a water science project that you typically see in schools and colleges. It's a little bit more than that. Here, the team is required to complete a project adopting a research methodology, which is often very difficult to understand and comprehend, especially for high school students. It's almost they are doing an undergraduate or postgraduate level research covering a period almost 6 to 8 months. We understand that the lab infrastructure in most colleges and schools are not adequate to perform these experiments, and students often take the help of specialized institutions like BUET, BCSIR, and other institutions, and take help from the faculty members who actually graciously help them throughout this period. And if we consider the challenges, this is one of the challenges, but you can imagine that there are competitors coming from USA, UK, Australia who have superior infrastructure and facilities, and they are exposed to a lot of things compared to our students. So this is a challenge in itself. But despite these limitations, we have come out, I think, in a very short time with flying colors. Because as it has been mentioned earlier, in 2017, only after 2 years of completing this going through this competition, in our third installation, we got the Diploma of Excellence Award from Bangladesh. And that is a kind of like the runner-up prize or the second prize. And that put actually, because I've been attending these Stockholm Junior Water Week, these Water Week conferences, and I've seen that the position of Bangladesh has gradually improved, and our students are getting very good recognition over there. In 2020, we also got the People's Choice Award. So almost within like 5-6 years into this competition, we are competing with advanced developed countries like USA, Canada, Australia, Japan, and we are getting awards over there. So that means that we are actually on the right track. We haven't gotten the winner award yet, but we are of course very hopeful. Now, keeping the awards aside, I think that this competition itself has a very good significance. In general, it raises awareness on water-related issues from a very rudimentary stage, a very early stage. Because students in schools and colleges, they know about water, but the intricate details, the research that goes into, and all the national or international issues surrounding water, these are not immediately visible. Through this competition, the students of schools and colleges can get that kind of exposure because they interact with faculty members of universities, they interact with professionals and all other from all other institutions. And we actually, this sensitization from an early age, this is actually required for a country. As we know, for SDG 6, youth is where we need to invest on, and that is where this main theme of this Stockholm Junior Water Prize Bangladesh competition lies. And there is the whole process that they go through. It raises awareness on water-related issues on various levels. Of course, there will be one winner, but the experience that everyone goes through is a reward in itself. This time, we are very glad to have UNICEF here, who has been graciously supporting the House of Volunteers activities, primarily targeting the youth. And as Director IT and BUET, I have aligned our portfolio to work with UNICEF and House of Volunteers in this regard. And of course, WaterAid Bangladesh has been supporting this initiative from the very beginning since 2015. Without their support, none of this would have been actually possible. I finally would like to say that I'm very pleased to have Her Excellency the Swedish Ambassador with us to encourage the students and finally hand out the award. It's not only me, the students are definitely feeling very encouraged today. But I also have to state something that this year also marks the 50 years of bilateral cooperation between Bangladesh and Sweden and in water and sanitation. And since the independence of Bangladesh, our infrastructure, especially in the wash infrastructure, was very poor. And the contribution that Sweden has made in developing especially our wash infrastructure is well recognized all throughout the sector. I'm glad that Sweden, through SIDA, is still continuing technical assistance programs through WaterAid Bangladesh and UNICEF to develop and increase the capacity of our professionals all around Bangladesh. This year also, IT and BUET has also joined the consortium with KTH, UNICEF and Dhaka University to support DPHE in enhancing private sector capacity for wash professionals. And I'm also very glad that our Honorable Vice Chancellor and Pro-Vice Chancellor are here to support me. They have supported this center's activities from the very beginning, and I'm very, very much grateful to that. And first of all, and last of all, I'd like to thank all the participants here who have been with us throughout this journey, their parents who have supported them wholeheartedly, and I wish all the best for this competition and its future. Thank you very much.
Thank you for your inspiring words, sir. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to thank and welcome on stage Nayoka Martinez Beckstrom, First Secretary, Embassy of Sweden in Dhaka. Nayoka has been an incredible ally throughout the season and played an important role as a member of the jury. Her unwavering support has been instrumental in driving HOP's water initiatives, We are privileged to consider her one of our own. And we sincerely hope that our journey together continues for years to come. Now, I'd like to request Nayoka to share her valuable thoughts with us, please.
I was asked to say a few inspiring words to the students we have today. But I have to say I'm the one who's constantly inspired, just being part of this process. I started engaging with this initiative last year, and I see how it grows. I see how the quality of the project, the proposals, they advance, they become so relevant to what Bangladesh is facing today. And I guess for the students, what I want to say is that, three things. This initiative is really like trying to increase support to an issue in Bangladesh that is so important. Bangladesh has so much water, but it's not the kind of water that is needed, and access to safe water is not even possible in many of the places that we have seen here. And so it's really inspiring to see that many of the projects that are being proposed by students are actually trying to solve this particular issue. I also want to commend this initiative for bringing together many of the highly esteemed expertise within the water sector. So like UNICEF, WaterAid. This is like an amazing way of bringing together the best possible, expertise within the development of the water sector. And so for students to be able to access mentors from this rich network, I hope this really continues. And finally, it's like to add. You can have an educational system that is, as standard as it is, but this is like a way to enrich the educational system for students that are here. And I really commend BUET for playing a big part in increasing the interest among students in the sciences, and not just sciences, but also the link between science and development. Special thanks to House of Volunteers for actually spreading this and promoting this importance of getting people to actually use knowledge and talent to address the realities today. So congratulations to all students who are here. You're already winners just by reaching this point, and I hope to see many more years of the Stockholm Junior Water Prize happening here in Bangladesh. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Nayoka. Now it's time to hear from our guest of honor, Ms. Hasin Jahan Ma'am, Country Director of WaterAid Bangladesh. Hasin Jahan Ma'am is one of the most experienced and renowned development professionals in Bangladesh, specializing in wash, waste management, disaster management, and agriculture. It is also to be mentioned that without the assistance and support of WaterAid Bangladesh, the successful organization of SJWPBD wouldn't have been possible. I request Ma'am to share her valuable words with us. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Honorable Chief Guest, Vice Chancellor of BUET, Her Excellency Ambassador of Sweden, Guest of Honors, distinguished guests, and my brothers and sisters. Very good morning to all of you. What to start with? In fact, I am really jealous of you guys, I tell you. Because when I was a student like you, I never got any opportunity like this. We were not even allowed or expected to ask questions to the teachers. With due respect to all the teachers, because many of them are mine here, because I am a student from BUET. But anyway, it's not for BUET, but it applied at that time from across the board. So when I was in school, the situation was same. When I was in university, it was the same situation. But things have changed now. And you had got the opportunity for doing a proper scientific research. Whereas in Bangladesh, as in Harvard, grossly you can see, there is a very scarcity of money putting for research and development, and nobody bothers for that, apart from few universities who are really sincere about it. So technical research are leaving behind. This is one point. The second point is, whatever research is being taken, those are kind of lab-based in universities. Now you need to, blend between the industry and the university, and that's what BUET is trying. There are few new universities, private universities, they are trying. I believe that time has come to promote that. You have done your part, you have completed level 1. Now, we the sector actors are here, universities are here, UNICEF is here. So it's our responsibility to pick the research from whatever you have done to take it to the next level. So I am committing from WaterAid that at least I will pick up one research from your end, which is scalable, to take the next level. I would like to invite all the stakeholders here to join us, WaterAid. So we'll be happy to be here. The second point, quick point for you, that whatever you have done, I will say it's a life-changing experience for you, because by now you learned how precious the water is. In Bangladesh, we people who are living in the city is using more than twice amount of water compared to any other developed country. So is it the right way to use water, or we should be more cautious? And I believe that you will be more cautious as long as you know how precious the water is. We have been supporting HOV for the last 8 years, and we'll definitely continue. And as you know that you are also taking part in menstrual hygiene management platform, and which is being chaired by WaterAid Bangladesh. And as a chair of WaterAid Bangladesh, I also commit that we'll extend all possible support to you. And the next, I invite you in the next MHM observation day to be held on 4th. So you will get the invitation in due time. You just come and see how things happen. So this is something I need to tell you. And the third point is about the leadership, women leadership. As I work in the sector from years, I have seen that there is extremely lack of women in the sector as a whole. So we try to figure out what is the root cause of not having women. One of the root cause is not having kind of leadership trust among the women. So what to do? To facilitate that, we have initiated a program. We call it Water Women. It's a leadership development training blended with sector subject matters like climate and wash literacy. So we'll be having our the second training on this, probably sometimes in the month of July, and you will know. And I'm really thankful for Swedish Embassy for supporting us all along, and I believe they will also be happy to part of this initiative, because this will be something exclusive for women young professionals. Because if we can develop the leadership trait among the young professionals, especially the women, along with the subject matter, then they will grow and they will gradually take the positions of decision making, sitting in the front desk. So I am really waiting for the day when you will be replacing us. So with that words, I would like to conclude by thanking everyone. To start with, definitely Sweden Embassy for being with us from the very beginning, for very small and big initiatives so far, and now we are moving towards more a climate in our new country strategy. It will be more climate focused, so we'll be definitely work for wash, but more through the lens of climate. We'll try to look at water security at large and women leadership in particular. So in our next event, when we'll be launching our CPS, most probably on 11th of June, you all are invited. So formal invitation will go to. And finally, I would like to thank my brilliant team for whom actually we could reach here. So no language to thank them, because it's them who bring me here today. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, ma'am, for your inspiring words. I would now like to request our guest of honor, Dr. Abdul Jabbar Khan, Pro Vice Chancellor of Bangladesh University of Engineering and Technology, to share a few words with us.
Thank you very much for calling me up on the stage. First of all, let me express my deep gratitude to Director ITN, Professor Tanvir Ahmed, for inviting me to this yet another auspicious occasion. And also let me take this privilege to congratulate all the prize winners today. And I hope in near future you will all become the ambassadors for Bangladesh in this particular sector. That is my hope for you. And I understand from the speeches and video presentations made earlier that the main purpose of this competition was to create awareness of value of water. First of all, value of water and price of water, and as Hasin Jahan mentioned, preciousness of water. So water is very precious. And apart from the scientific approaches for which you will be, or you are going to be awarded today, the young minds, I insist you on focusing on our habits. Someone has to start with working on our habits. I mean, we use our washrooms, our restrooms, and wherever we have water, we don't really treat water as a valuable thing. In the washrooms and restrooms, for example, we can put sensors. That can be done. But what about the return on investment? How much you have to invest per faucet in a washroom or in a restroom, and how much will be the return from each of the faucet? Why not, instead of putting or using technology everywhere, why don't we focus on our habits? We can use our restrooms and washrooms in a particular manner so that water is not wasted. Often what we do is we open the faucet and we forget about closing the faucet. Stop the faucet when you don't need it anymore. That is the basic thing that can, improve and add value to our water. I have been in Scotland during my PhD program, and you know that Atlantic Ocean fringes around the Scotland. With some of our lab mates from many different countries, some of our lab mates were from Germany, some were from Scotland, some were from Sweden, and some were from Norway. So we all visited one place which was very close to Atlantic Ocean. It was almost twilight. We had our snacks over there. We took apples, oranges, and had some chips. When returning from there, many of us forgot to collect the peels of the oranges and apples and the packets of chips from the beach. But one German girl, she didn't want to leave all those things in the beach because those things might damage our environment. So that is the kind of attitude and awareness we need in our young minds, in our next generation. I'm extremely glad to have Her Excellency, Ambassador of Embassy of Sweden in Dhaka. You will be glad to know that we are going to sign an MOU with KTH Sweden very soon. In fact, we have already sent our signed document to the Bangladesh embassy over there, and one of my friends, he is a good graduate, Mr. Mehdi Hassan, is the head of the mission of Bangladesh embassy in Sweden. You might be knowing him. So I hope the tie between Bangladesh and Sweden, and of course the tie between Sweden and Tibet, will be further strengthened, because you are here and our Honorable Vice Chancellor is also here. So with these few words, I would like to conclude. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir. Embassy of Sweden in Dhaka has been a great source of support and strength for Stockholm Junior Water Prize Bangladesh from the very beginning. We have had several jury members from the embassy in different seasons of the competition. We are absolutely honored to have Her Excellency Alexandra Berg-Bondinde, Ambassador, Embassy of Sweden in Dhaka, here among us today. I'd like to request the Ambassador to kindly share a few words with us. Thank you.
Chief guest, Vice Chancellor of BUIT, guest of honor for Vice Chancellor of BUIT, special guest, Country Director WaterAid, distinguished guests, dear students and dear parents, participants of the Bangladesh Stockholm Junior Water Prize 2023. Shubho Shokol, good morning to you all. Sweden Embassy, পক্ষ থেকে আপনাদের সবাইকে উষ্ণ শুভেচ্ছা। Today we celebrate not just a competition, but above all we celebrate you, all the potential young minds that have the possibility of shaping our future. And I'm so happy to be here on this occasion. In fact, this is my first time I'm here with you in this ceremony, but I've been wanting to come for the 3 years that I've been in Bangladesh. In the face of climate change, we need to come together and find innovative solutions. As we all know, Bangladesh faces significant water challenges. It is crucial that we address these issues with urgency, as our current pace and resources fall short of ensuring a sustainable future for us all. The Bangladesh Stockholm Junior Water Prize serves as an important platform for nurturing the next generation of leaders who will bring about the change that we so urgently need. This competition, we hope, empowers young students to embark on what we hope will be a transformative journey. By understanding the pressing water challenges that we have to face and engage in research and analysis, you will develop the skills and knowledge necessary to find sustainable solutions. By participating in this competition, I hope that you will be part of a national community of passionate young individuals dedicating to addressing the water-related challenges. You join a globally recognized forum of youth water scholars where ideas can be exchanged, where collaboration can happen, and where you really can make a big impact. And as we have heard, this journey extends beyond a single event. The Bangladesh Stockholm Junior Water Prize includes a series of events throughout the year, from the submission of projects, papers, to the trip to Stockholm. Participants, volunteers, and mentors are deeply engaged, ensuring a rewarding experience for everyone involved. The winning team earns the title of National Champion and represents Bangladesh in the international round held during the prestigious World Water Week in Stockholm, under the patronage of Her Royal Highness Crown Princess Victoria of Sweden. This international event provides a global stage for young minds to showcase their exceptional work and contribute to the collective efforts of a sustainable future. To the students and participants, I just want to say that I really admire your dedication and passion for addressing water-related issues. Your hard work inspires us all and gives us a hope for a better tomorrow. Just by reading the titles of the project papers that you have submitted, I understand how little I understand about your research. But remember, you're not just competing, you are really contributing in making a difference for our future. I also want to extend my heartfelt thanks to all the organizers, the mentors, the volunteers and supporters who makes this journey possible. There are so many involved and engaged people in making a process like this come true. Also a special thanks to the parents of the students, because you are the ones that give wings to your children. All of your unwavering commitment ensures that our young participants have the guidance and the potential to excel. I encourage all students and participants to really seize this opportunity, unleash your potential, challenge the status quo, explore innovative solutions, embrace this journey wholeheartedly, because it is through your ideas and your dedication that we will be able to build a sustainable future. In conclusion, I also want to wish you the very best in your future endeavors. You are all winners to me. May your projects inspire, your passion ignite change, and your dreams become a reality. Together, let us create a world where water resources are cherished, are protected, and are accessible to all. I thank you.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Ladies and gentlemen, now it's time to hear from our chief guest of the program. Let's hear from Dr. Shotto Prasad Majumdar sir, Vice Chancellor of Bangladesh University of Engineering and Technology. Our honorable mentors and most of our juries are from BUET. BUET is a great support for us. We are honored to have him among us today. And I'd like to invite Dr. Shotto Prasad Majumdar sir to the podium now. Thank you. I'd like to request the participants and volunteers to give bigger round of applause, because this is a big deal for us today, right?
Good morning to you all. Honorable guest of honor, Her Excellency Mrs. Alexandra Berg von Linde, Honorable Ambassador, Embassy of Sweden in Dhaka, Bangladesh, Hatin Jahan, ex-alumni of BUET, Country Director of Water in Bangladesh, Honorable Vice Chancellor of BUET, Professor Abdul Jabbar Khan, Honorable distinguished guests, and the participants and leaders, ladies and gentlemen, I welcome all of you to this BUET premises in this occasion. Actually, we know water is everywhere in Earth. We are looking for water in other planets for a long time. So this is God's grace. We got water in Bangladesh, in this earth. But we are the human beings, we are not dealing with the water in proper way. You can see the water in our country and water in Sweden. Every source is there, but how we are dealing with water? We are making pollution in our river, Padma, Pegna, Jamuna, Ganga. Bangladesh is a riverian country. Once upon a time it was Sonar Bangla. And then we used to drink water from the ponds, we used to drink water from the diggy and the canals. This is so clear. I have seen a lot of diggy in different districts. And that time there was no tube, no shallow tube, no deep tube. We used to drink that water and you can see the bottom of this diggy, bottom of the pond, so clear. And every house in native country you can see, every house there are at least 2-3 ponds. One for the kitchen, one for the other application, one for other say agriculture purpose. So every water has some particular applications and characteristics. You can collect water from Bangladesh, you collect from Sweden, you collect from USA. You will not get same quality. So this, why it is not same quality? Because we are the human being not dealing with water properly. That's the things we have to convey to our next generation. We have to let them learn, our children and the young scientists, how to deal with this problem. What is the problem? If you do not understand the problem, you cannot get the solution. The problem is defined properly. So unless you understand the problem properly, you cannot address it. My teacher in school always used to say, when I going to the exam hall, read the question paper 3 times. Why? No, you have to, before answering the question, you will read the question at least 2 times. Because if you understand the question properly, then you will be able to give the answer properly. I used to say my PhD students and master students, the statement of the problem is first. If you don't understand the problem, your solution will not be appropriate. So I have to go for these children of the next generation, our year, how to deal with the problem. You understand the problem first, then you have to go for technology. It is a technical university. All research are based on technology. You have to take appropriate weapon. If you go for a war, you have to make an arrow, you have to make a bomb, you have to have a different weapon in your hand. When you see something in your front, you can have the appropriate weapon. But in technology is there, you have different technology now. Day by day technology rising. Now we have 4th generation, 4 industrial revolution technology, artificial intelligence, robotics. All of now school students are learning. And they are giving competition for robotics in Buet campus also. And they are winning this competition. So they have the knowledge, but you have to apply that knowledge to this problem with the water. The water pollution. You can see water from different ponds, water from the sea, some saline water also have applications. Water from say Himalayas, water from springs, another characteristics. Water from agricultural river, another characteristic. So everybody has own characteristics. But how to make this suitable for drinking? So drinking water is a challenge now. Sometimes we get inundated with water, we get flood. In that case, we have to supply water. So living in the water, but you have to supply water. That is a very important thing. So how to get the drinking water safety in our society. So our children must know what is the problem, why the problem arises, why the Buryanga river is like this. When I was a student of Buet in 1977, I entered Buet first time. The river was very clean. Now I go to the Buryanga, you can see what happens to this river because of the people's behavior, human behavior. If you do not change our behavior, if you do not change the behavior of our next generation, children of the earth, you cannot solve the problem. So I think you have to go for the solution of the problem. Before solution, you have to let them understand what is the problem, and they already have done some research in school and college level, and they achieved this award, international award from Sweden, and that award is basically Stockholm Junior Water Prize in 2023, and I think in 2017 also they win the award. So Bangladesh, so I congratulate all the teams for their excellent performance. I think this year also they have done excellent performance. I hope in next generation we have to use the appropriate technology. Apply technology to make this problem solved. I hope Bangladesh and scientists all over the world. You can say a lot of scientists born in Bangladesh And next generation also there will be some new generation scientists will be coming up. But we have to be in a policy, the whole scientists should stay in this country, not leaving this country. We are generating engineers, we are not having this facility to get them attracted to this place, so they are leaving this country. So I have to make some appropriate facility development in ITS and in Kuwait and in Bangladesh universities, other universities, so that scientists should be here and do their research for the global solution. Thank you very much for joining this program.
Thank you very much for your guidance and inspiration, sir. Now it's time to hand over the medal to the finalist of this year, Muhammad Danish Rafi. Next up is Team Accepting Avenge, Alman Shikdar, and me, Muhammad Ali. Next up is Breathe Aqua, Team Breathe Aqua, Ashfaq Rahman. Ashfaq Rahman. Next up is Team Eagle HM, Sir Huzaifa Mumit. Sir Huzaifa Mumit. Next up is Team EVA 2.0, Adrito Mutro, and Rijan Shubho Boirati. Please give huge round of applause to all the Adrito Mutro and Rijan Shubho Boirati. Next up is Team Hydrodynamic, Muhammad Tasnim Islam Akash. Muhammad Tasnim Islam Akash. Next up is Team Hydrosafe, Moinuddin Ashrafi and Safir Zaman. Moinuddin Ashrafi.
Congratulations to come this way.
And Safir Zaman. Next up is Muhammad Imtiaz Kobir. Muhammad Imtiaz Kobir. Ladies and gentlemen, we have reached the most awaited point of the program today. It's time to announce this year's national champion. I'd like to request our lead jury, Dr. Tanvir Ahmed sir, to announce this year's national champion.
Our Honorable Pro Vice Chancellor and our Her Excellency the Ambassador mentioned, this is just a prize, but the process is very, the reward is in its process. So this year we received 27 entries, among which we have 8 finalists, and after rigorous scrutiny we have selected a project, but the main focus of this year's projects were mostly water treatment using solar desalination and activated carbon. So, and this is rightly so and very appropriate because we are facing tremendous problems, especially in drinking water in the southwestern coastal region, and we're looking for effective ways to purify water. Now, this year's winner has used water purification using solar power technology, and basically polluted and saline sources. They treated both types of water from various combinations, and they successfully treated water to produce through the process of solar power desalination and activated carbon. So congratulations Alman, Shikdar and Deep eco-friendly and cost-effective water purification for highly polluted and saline sources using solar power distillation and activated carbon. Congratulations.
Congratulations, well done. Congratulations, well done. Marks gonna dance.
Mr. Shofikul Alam, WASH Specialist at United Nations Children's Fund, UNICEF. We are honored to have you among us, sir, and we request you to please share a few words with us. May we please have Mr. Shofikul Alam on the stage.
It was quite surprising for me that I have to come here to deliver a few words. However, the dignitaries in the dais and the audience, and most importantly the participants, the award winners. UNICEF work for the children and obviously for the youth. And what I was thinking sitting here, I'm not going for the whole history of how we have come here. We have heard already some good videos and speeches. 2-3 things I want to iterate. One is, it looks that sometimes we, the elders, called for some inspirational words for the youths. Now it looks that the youth should tell us the all inspirational word for the olders. The situation has completely changed. Situation has completely changed for this sector also, water supply sanitation sector. Why? Say, when we were young school students, our mindset was quite different for water. When something is very cheap in Bangladesh, we often say that pani dame bikri hoche. Is the cost like water? So water doesn't have any value. It is like free, kind of, you know. So that was the thinking when we were like you. And sometimes the old people are a bit stubborn. We don't want to change. But you can change this. You can do the real thing. You can really change our mind. I am a WASH professional. When I visit to the community, even some seniors older than me, it's very difficult to change their mind. Very, very difficult to change their mind. If I particularly talk about the hygiene part, some of the speakers talked about the hygiene part. Technology is definitely there, but hygiene part is, behavioral part is very important in this area. And some old people, when we talk about the behavioral things, hygiene things, hand washing things, UNICEF is champion on promoting hand wash, you know. So some of the very old people, they challenge us. They said that why now you are talking about hand washing and why this is so important. I am 95 years old and I don't wash hand, as you were saying, but I am still survived. So this kind of we face sometimes these kind of challenges. But the one thing for the juniors, the young friends, I'm saying you, the irony is, when I was very small, maybe a primary school student, you will be very surprised to know that at that time, people have had 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 or 12 kids. The one reason, particularly in Bangladesh, I know that again due to not hand washing or not having those behavioral things, they think that is on Allah, the survival, not in our hand, and that's why they took 10, 12 kids that okay, few will die and few will survive. You see the irony? That was the reality. The couple took so many children because they thought that okay, 50% will die and 50% will survive and we have to live with that. But now you think, I'm talking because of those 95 years old man, he said that what's wrong with me, I'm survived. He is perhaps the lucky one of those 12 brothers and sisters, he survived. Now you see, family have 1 or 2 kids, but Alhamdulillah, all survived. This is one thing I am saying. The second thing is the innovation. Our water rate country director has already said this is the same thing for our case also, that there was not a culture to listen youths, but now we found that youths are doing marvelous job. Today we have seen, we did another competition from UNICEF for innovative technology for hand washing facilities. Because in Bangladesh, one of the reasons of not practicing hand wash, we found that we don't have sufficient facilities. Maybe in the urban we are in a good situation, because in the urban situation, in the urban context, you open your tap, you get running water and you can wash your hand. But in the rural situation, it's a bit difficult because they don't get running water, and that's one of the main reasons the study found that they don't practice hand wash. And the same, you perhaps know that we are supporting government for, we have already developed a hand hygiene for all roadmap for Bangladesh, and Bangladesh government has committed that by 2030 hand hygiene will be an universal habit for Bangladesh. And in that case, we again invited young group for coming up with an innovative technology of how the low-cost facilities could be invented. And we got brilliant responses from this young group. So I am saying this because they have enormous ideas, marvelous ideas, not maybe very traditional, old days ideas of the old people. I always cherish the young people, the school college students, and they can give the ideas. One last thing, I am really proud for you. You got the winning prize today. When Professor Tanvir was saying that from which level the development countries people are coming with the innovative ideas, and in Bangladesh, when in the video I was seeing that not only the Dhaka college, the college or the institutions having in Dhaka, I saw many institutions competed even outside Dhaka, where the facilities are so low. I know I was not in Dhaka during my school or college life, and fortunately I am an alumni of BWET also. And laboratory, chemistry laboratory or physics laboratory, maybe during my school life I could even enter once. I am a science student, I could enter once. In college maybe 2-3 times. No detergent, nothing, no facilities there. So despite all these limitations, our young friends are coming up with all these innovative ideas, and I have all the expectation that in the Sweden, in the real competition, the worldwide competition, you will come up with the champion award inshallah for Bangladesh. That's all.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, sir. Now I would like to request our mentor, Dr. Mohidul Samad Khan, Chief Sustainable Officer, Lexinco Limited, and Professor, Department of Chemical Engineering, Bangladesh University of Engineering and Technology, Senior Fellow of STEX Foundation, to deliver his speech. Dr. Mohidul Samad sir is supporting us and SJWPBD as a jury and mentor. STEX is the technical partner of SJWPBD. Dr. Mohidul Samad sir and STEX Foundation helps us to arrange the industrial trips for finalists too.
Chief guest, Honorable Vice Chairman of BUET, Dr. Shotya Prasad Majumdar, our guest of honor, our Pro Vice Chancellor, Dr. Jabbar Khan sir, our another guest of honor, Hasin Jahan Appa and Tanvir Bhai. So, and all the distinguished guests that we have and all the participants we have here. So thank you very much for giving me the opportunity to have a few words with you. So I've been working with this Bangladesh Stockholm Junior Water Prize since 2016 or 17. Just 1 year after they have started the whole initiative in Bangladesh, and since then with Tanvir Bhai, we have been mentoring a series of groups. Like every year we get wonderful participations from students, and now I see few of the well-known faces through this participation. Now they're doing very well internationally in very reputed universities all over the world. So I'm pretty much sure the faces I see today here will see you internationally on international forum pretty soon in a few years, that you are doing wonderful works for the environment, for the country, and for the nation. So as I always said, that what we do through this program, not to win something very exceptional, but to build up our water champions for future. Like, we do not expect that, like, water problem is a very complex problem. We have river related water problems, we have municipal related water problems, household water problems, and industrial water problems. I personally work with industrial water problem, but nonetheless, it's a very complex problem and it requires different types of disciplines, different skill sets, like people from physics, chemistry, engineering, management, entrepreneur, and even the vocal people. Maybe they are not from any technical background, but they're very vocal to save the environment for us. So through this program, we cannot instantly solve the global issue in a single go, but what we can do, we can build up the water champions for future. So you people, you are the Gen Z generation. I'm not sure whether you know about that. You're the Generation Z. So, and also in the upcoming years, we are going to get Generation Alpha. So you are the Gen Z generation, and you are our future water champion. You are the people who will solve all the problems for us. We're just building up the pavement for you, okay, believe me. And as I work on the industry-related water problems, many of us, we're not very much aware what kind of water problems we have. Sometimes we see on the newspaper, we see that the industries are discharging very colorful effluent, okay, and then it becomes a big noise for a few days and then we forget. But if I compare with our household water problems with respect to industrial water problem, then in Dhaka Wasa they have some sort of calculation that for a person the daily water consumption is about 200 liters per day, and a regular size of industry in these days, they consume water of 200 meter cube per hour. That means 200,000 liters per hour. So just by 1 hour consumption, they're equivalent to 1,000 regular citizen consumption. So if I just compare in a small town, if whatever 1,000 people can consume for the full day, whole day, the industry can consume, a single industry can consume only a single hour, the same amount of water. So if we can save at least 1% of water consumption, 1% of water pollution, then end of the day we can make a very big difference in the country and in the nation. And it's very much demanded because we know, like, we used to be a agriculturist country, and from that we're becoming an manufacturing country, industrialist country. We're going to have lots of industries. We already have a good amount of industries, and we're going to have more industries upcoming. If you know that government took the initiative to build up 100 economic zones throughout the country, and out of those 100 economic zones, 20 will be government run or private-public partnership, and 80 will be privatization. So in those economic zones, we will have more industries upcoming. So we need to have that kind of mindset from this point onward, how to make those industries, those productions very much water efficient, and how we can reduce the water pollution, so that ultimately we can reduce water footprint for each item that we produce. I'm not sure whether you know about water footprint. We're very much well known about carbon footprint, but water footprint is another term, and in future you will know another term, ecological footprint. So to make it very short, as a part of this program, we're going to arrange industrial tour for you, so that you can visit industries and you can see the real life performance over there, what we understand when we say that energy efficient or energy pollution. So hopefully once you have the industrial visit, then you will have more understanding about water issues, and you will get more inspiration to work in this field in future. And once again, it's a lifelong journey. So what you have learned now from here, it's not the end. Only a single award program doesn't end the whole journey. It's just the beginning of the journey. Those who have won the award, I congratulate you, and those who haven't, doesn't matter. It's a lifelong journey. So you'll get your award by achieving the success in the work. One crest does not define your progress or your effort in this field. So I congratulate you all for participating, and once again I believe that you are the future water champion, and we have very high expectation for you. So thank you all again for coming and participating, and thank you all the distinguished guests. Thank you.
Sincere thanks to Professor Dr. Mohidul Samad Khan sir for Aisha Siddiqa is from Wolf Little Flower. Congratulations to Aisha. I'd also like to request Mir Muhammad Ali from Bishra Nur Muhammad Public School and College to receive his award for the best ambassador. Mir Muhammad Ali is from the winning team of SJWPBD 2023 and has also played a very important role in promoting the competition.
From the House of Volunteers family and all the volunteers, our chief guest today, the Vice Chancellor of BUET. I also took the opportunity to thank one of our guest of honors who had to leave, Her Excellency Ambassador from the Embassy of Sweden, and our other guest of honor, Hasin Jahanafa. Thank you very much, and Professor Jabbar. And also the distinguished guests, guardians and participants, and all the winners today. So a lot of really inspiring words have been said, and every year, as we say, year after year, this is our 9th season of Stockholm Junior Water Prize, and it's very inspiring, as some of the speakers said, for us, the organizers and facilitators, to see the spontaneous participation from the family, from the guardians, from the participants, and all the guests and participants of the event who inspire us. So we're going to be hoping the energy will continue to grow, and we will win some great awards and prizes. But finally, I just want to underline one of the things that has been said by many speakers, that it is just the journey where you are all participating. So the winners are just one recognition, but this experience of the journey will kind of change the way you look at things, and it will change the course of your life. So congratulations to all the winners, congratulations to all the participants, and thank you very much for all the special guests and chief guests and the guardians for being here today. Thank you.
প্রজেক্টগুলো খুব দ্রুত চোখ বুলিয়ে যেটা বুঝলাম, এই প্রত্যেকটা প্রজেক্টই অত্যন্ত পটেনশিয়াল। আমি মনে করি যে হাউস অফ ভলেন্টিয়ারের উদ্যোগে আপনারা যারা এখানে অংশগ্রহণ করেছেন এবং যেই বিষয়ে আপনাদের ফাইন্ডিংস প্রেজেন্ট করেছেন, এটা একটা সার্টেন লেভেলে চলে আসছে, যেটার একটা পরবর্তী পদক্ষেপে আমাদের যাওয়া উচিত। আমি এটাও মনে করি যে এখান থেকে আরেকটু ফিজিবিলিটি অ্যানালাইসিস করে দেখা দরকার যে কোনগুলি আসলে বাংলাদেশের কনটেক্সটে প্রয়োজনীয় এবং স্কেলেবল। সেটাকে যদি আর একটু রিগোরাস ওয়ার্ক করে সেকেন্ড লেভেলে নিয়ে যাওয়া যায়, আমার মনে হয় আমরা প্র্যাকটিক্যাল ক্ষেত্রে এটা ব্যবহার করতে পারি। আমি মনে করি বাংলাদেশে যে বিষয়টার একটা দারুণ প্রয়োজন রয়েছে সেটা হচ্ছে যারা সায়েন্স ব্যাকগ্রাউন্ডের ছেলেমেয়ে, তাদের জন্য আসলে যথেষ্ট রিসার্চের, এক্সপেরিমেন্টের এই সমস্ত জায়গা তৈরি করা বা অপরচুনিটি তৈরি করা, এটা কিন্তু খুবই লিমিটেড। কারণ আমাদের রিসার্চ করার জন্য যেই ধরনের আর্থিক সহায়তা দরকার, যেই ধরনের মানসিকতা দরকার, যেমন একটা রিসার্চ টপিক আইডেন্টিফাই করা, সেটার পেছনে টাইম ইনভেস্ট করা, মেধা ইনভেস্ট করা, যে কিভাবে আমি এখান থেকে একটা প্রপার ফাইন্ডিংস বের করে আনবো, সেগুলো আসলে খুব বেশি সুযোগ নাই। বিশেষ করে যখন কোনো স্টুডেন্টরা পড়াশোনা করে এবং আন্ডার গ্র্যাড লেভেলে বা তার চাইতেও নিচে, ধরেন যারা এসএসসি, এইচএসসির ইকুইভ্যালেন্ট পড়াশোনা করছে, তাদের ক্ষেত্রে আসলে এই প্র্যাকটিক্যাল এক্সপিরিয়েন্সগুলো আর্ন করা এবং এই জায়গাগুলোতে একটা ব্যাপক গ্যাপ আছে। তো সুতরাং আমার কাছে মনে হয় যে এই স্টকহোম জুনিয়র ওয়াটার প্রতিযোগিতায় যাওয়া উপলক্ষে করে যেই পূর্ব প্রস্তুতি নেওয়া হয়েছে এবং স্টুডেন্টরা যেভাবে কাজ করেছে, নতুন রিসার্চের সাথে সম্পৃক্ত হয়েছে এবং বিশেষ করে তাদের মেন্টররা যারা প্রত্যেকেই এক একটা সেক্টর এক্সপার্ট, তারা যেভাবে তাদের প্রফেশনাল একটা অ্যাসিস্ট্যান্স দিয়েছেন এবং রিসার্চটাকে কীভাবে সিস্টেম্যাটিক্যালি করতে হবে সেই যে ধারণাটা তাদের মধ্যে ঢুকিয়ে দিয়েছেন, এটা তাদের সবার জন্যই একটা পাথেয় হয়ে থাকবে ভবিষ্যতে।